You won't believe what happens next. You have to see how I made my home faces go viral. Amy could only smile on the outside while her anger brewed inside. Meanwhile, Danny hatches a revenge plan using a white car, spending a shocking $79.99 to track down her address. She pretends to be a street electrician, claiming she needs to check the roof power for free. What a clever ruse. Preoccupied with her own dramas, Amy opens the door without a second thought to the electrician, who turns out to be a real contractor. After fixing the roof, Danny casually chats about whether her husband is home, and Amy misinterprets the classic mix-up. Seeing Danny's lack of reaction, Amy's disappointment peaks, but Danny then offers to check the garage, making things even more entertaining. Danny sneaks a peek at the white car, confirming her target, but when she asks Amy why her husband isn't driving it, she gets an unexpected answer. So the one who provoked her is this woman. Danny finally connects the dots. Amy wants to thank Danny, but she rushes off. When Amy checks the bathroom, it's a total disaster zone. Witnessing the chaos, she slips on her flip-flops and chases after her. Now that's a funny scene. Danny has zoomed off in her truck, throwing her an international gift, while Amy recites the license plate, plotting her revenge. After using a specific app to uncover the man's name, Amy promptly logs into his social account and dials his number, truly driving her up the wall with frustration. Just then, her husband comes home, and Amy eagerly shares her ordeal, but he wants her to stay calm and born this rational. But when she reveals the key point, her husband does a total 180. Together, they spend another $79.99 to track down Danny's registration. Unfortunately, they come up empty. Danny has long since moved away. This spurs Amy to create a new social account using a coworker's name. She gathers a bunch of sultry pics for her account, only to receive replies from another man. What a twist. Turns out it's Danny's brother, Paul. Meanwhile, Dan is busy, and Paul's holding her phone, as the two brothers get caught in a Homer Simpson moment. Paul adds Amy as a friend, blissfully unaware of the truth behind the photos, and he quickly falls head over heels. The brothers hit the bar for drinks, but Paul's glued to his phone, just as Amy has a showdown with her husband. What a chaotic scene. Next thing you know, Paul invites Amy to the bar just when she needs to vent. Shortly after, Dan's phone rings as she spots her brother and two girls tag along. After leaving the bar, Danny realizes her truck's been vandalized, and when her brother tries to calm her, she shoves him aside. She can't hold back, swearing not to let Amy slide. Meanwhile, Amy's home, getting ready for a friendly match with her Japanese husband. Danny rolls up to Amy's house, vengeful as ever, only to be startled by alarm bells, leading her to dash for dear life. The next day, she shades on, armed with mysterious liquid for action, but suddenly spots a kid in the car. It ignites her conscience, and she halts immediately. She doesn't want to be the villain. But then this lady sends a provocative text, saying she upgraded her security. Such a drama queen. This causes Danny to break down, crying in a church, as her struggles over the years truly tug at her heart. Danny exhausts herself to help her brother find a job while facing setbacks of her own. In a bid to save herself, she puts all her savings into a trading platform, only to lose it all. Unexpectedly, this leads to an opportunity. She gets hired by the church to oversee renovations. Talk about a plot twist. But with no funds to buy materials, she begs for help, only to be ignored. What a tragedy. Meanwhile, Amy's at a turning point. A wealthy woman considers buying her company. Big plans ahead. However, this affluent buyer is a tough nut, dodging details and frustrating Amy in the process. While calling her husband, she accidentally sends a selfie of an employee, adding to her frustration. What a blunder. Since her husband ignores her feelings, Amy starts opening up to Paul, happily unloading her burdens. She shares her struggles and dreams, only for Paul to show up at her shop unexpectedly. What a twist. I'm sorry, I used an employee's photo without permission, Amy confesses, causing Paul to be momentarily taken aback. He had absolutely no idea that such a secret was hidden behind it all. She invites Paul to a 5-star hotel for summer months, but it turns out to be more complicated than she imagined. When Paul pulls out some weed, they totally forget their plans. Talk about a comedy of errors. Just then, a phone call jolts them back to reality, and Amy tells Paul he's crashing on the sofa tonight. To thank Paul for coming over, Amy gives him some cash and wishes him sweet dreams because she's got a speech to give tomorrow. Meanwhile, Danny, in a tizzy, is racing to the hotel, having just pilfered materials with her uncle. Danny turns down Paul's request to borrow her car for the hotel. What a missed opportunity. Paul would rather risk driving solo than miss his date with Amy. Talk about dedication. After sobering up, they find their trucks gone, and Dan is furious. Time for urgent action. She and her uncle call Paul, but he utterly ignores them. What a frustrating situation. Danny, armed with Paul's account password, locates him like a hawk. but pinpointing the floor proves tricky, as the gambling hole on the first floor distracts her. She plans to wait for Paul. While having breakfast, they spot Paul making his way down and promptly give chase. What a thrilling moment. Ultimately, they retrieve the car keys from Paul's room, and Danny, spotting Amy giving a speech, slyly blends in with the audience. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting content.